Hello everyone, you have Royce here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another inflorescence or flower bloom coming from the Sansevieria hybrid called Silver Gracilis. And the breeder of this Sansevieria hybrid is a cock Gracillis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the last name of cock. But this is one of his hybrids, and we started out taking pictures day one when the flower bud started to form and show up. And right now it's already day 4. We started at day 1, and later on we'll figure out how many days it took for this specific hybrid to complete its inflorescence or flower bloom stages from the budding stages to the blooming stages. So right now what I'm showing you is already day 7. So as the days go by, the flower spike is growing in height, and we are still in the budding stages. So later on we'll show you, or I will describe the characteristics of the inflorescence of this hybrid. And before we go through that, just a quick history of how this hybrid came to be, or how we traced the provenance of this hybrid. So this hybrid, I got it from one of Pepito's friends, from one of the sellers, and then they tagged it as a Pepito hybrid, which is not. They mistook it as a Pepito hybrid, but in fact it is from Cook Gracillis. So it is one of his hybrids. The story is, this hybrid was given to Pepito by one of his closest friend, Dr. Nena Evidente, and in turn Dr. Nena got it from Alan Myklebust. Alan is one of the people who helped me out in putting up or publishing the Pepito hybrids in the Sansevieria journal. But for this specific hybrid, it was given by Alan to Dr. Nena. Then in turn, Dr. Nena gave some to Pepito hybrid, and then the rest is history. And we got these hybrids from people who got them or distributed them from Pepito's garden. So this is, by the way, Cox hybrid, as I was told by Alan Myklebust, and also I was told by the president of the International Sansevieria Society. The current president is Alan Butler. They got this hybrid from Cox, and then they in turn gave it as gift to give to Dr. Nena, and then to Pepito. So it's not this hybrid, it came from Cock. So by the way, we are I think we're nearing the blooming stages. This is the last day probably of the budding stage of this Sansevieria hybrid. We're currently in day 26th. So I think in a couple of more days, it will finally show some bloom for us. We're now at on day 28th, and finally, I think this is 29th. This is the 29th day, and it started to open up some blooms for us. The bottom part of the inflorescence started to bloom. Alright, so and this video that which I'm showing right now is, I think, still the same day, the 29th day. So this is how the hybrid looks like. It is known as the Silver Gracilis. So if you have seen the normal Gracilis, or the species Sansevieria Gracilis, they're just green in color. No, they're not silvery. So I'm not sure which Koch has paired the Gracilis to create this hybrid, but this hybrid came to be silvery in color, and this is now how it showed its inflorescence or its flower bloom. So to describe the inflorescence, the flower stalk is at 10 to 12 inches. The flower tube is just about an inch to zero point 0.9 of an inch. That's how that's the length of the flower tube. And in the flower per cluster, there are about 3 to 1 flowers in a cluster. And this is how the hybrid silver Gracilis looks like. The leaves are kind of cylindrical, and they're a bit longer compared to the normal Gracilis. So I think this is it for this content. Everyone, if you like what you see, please do click on the like and subscribe button. Thank you, everyone.